All right, here with John H. Lilly of the Independence Patriots. Patriots preparing for Doddridge County this week in the second round, the Double-A playoffs. And John, it was kind of like, for a while there on Friday night, it looked like just surviving in advance. The pass game, they gave you a lot of problems. I think their guy was extremely hot. But are you concerned? You told me before you thought like that might kind of be your kryptonite. You concerned about that moving forward?
Well, I think anytime you have somebody throw for 300 yards on you, you're concerned. But, you know, I think the kid just got hot. I mean, if you watch the film, I mean, he was putting it right there on the spot. You know, we're kind of in an awkward situation. You know, if we cover, we get a personal foul. If we don't cover, he catches the ball. So, pass interference. But, you know, the kid was hot. Give him his due. He did really well. He did a really good job. I was really impressed. We did some good things too. I'll sum it up like this: if we're getting to the point over here now that if we beat a first round playoff game 42-17, and that's not a good performance, then we can always go back 15 years when we didn't win a playoff game or we wasn't even in a playoff game. I think when you win a playoff game 42-15 against anybody that's in the playoffs, you must have did some good things and had a good night. So I wasn't displeased at all. I was very happy that we won 42-17. And now if everybody else wants to, keep a different standard for the kids or whatever, I don't know if that's a possible expectation that you can have. All right, the name of the game is to win a playoff game in advance. We played a tough playoff game a couple years ago, won 22-15. And that was like the best thing that ever happened in the history of the school. Now we win 42-17, and then we gotta say, is there?
Sorry.
Yeah. No, I mean, you're not the only one. It's been all week, So I get it, I understand it, but I'm happy that we won 42-17. Do we got to get better in pass defense? Sure, and we will.
Well, yeah, that's what I was going to say. I mean, that kid was hot, extremely hot.
Yeah, he did a great game.
But, Nicholas County kind of threw on you. Summers County, when they did score, I think that was more of a guy falling down thing. But in Princeton, too. So I think that's what you meant when you told me the kryptonite.
Yeah. I mean,
it is a concern.
Yeah,
but you think you can
we always go into a game. I always go into a game defensively. We're going to try to make you throw the ball. So the name of the game is win.
Right.
If you want to throw 400 yards and lose, that's on you. But we've always done that. I've done that when I was 1-9. I've done that when I was 10-0. We go in the game trying our absolute best. Sometimes we don't do it, but we try to stop the run and then make you pass. And in most cases, it's been good to us.
Christian Linksweiler, he just had a phenomenal year. And here of late, and he told me that he feels like the connection with Brock is really good, which is Brock Green, your quarterback. What are your thoughts on the way he's played for you, especially here lately? He's kind of like done what a senior needs to do, picked up the mantle and really
I think so. Yeah, I mean, he's been with us since he was in the 8th grade. He's worked really hard, as hard as you can work. I mean, I don't think he can work any hard. I mean, he goes out and runs track just to make his speed better, ends up liking track and doing really well in track. I think you could tell his maturation, by using track to get him faster for football. The timing that he has with Brock, it's taken 2 years to do that, and some of the great passers that you've seen in the state of West Virginia, they've always had that one guy that you can throw to, when time is needed, So
he's that guy.
Yeah, and I think the other receivers has helped. They're getting better has also helped him too, because if you really want to try to double cover him, the other guys aren't too bad. So it's just the maturation of our program, and when we had Atticus, Judah, and Tyler, and even last year with Silas, we're running that ball more than we're throwing it. This year we're throwing it more than we're running. It's just the personnel that we have.
Cole Laxton, you told me several times this year, this guy's he's valuable to us on defense, and I think he showed that value on Friday night. I thought his fumble recovery for a touchdown changed the whole momentum of the game. His interception really kind of ended it.
Yeah, the one thing about Cole is he plays hard. I mean, he's got one gear, He's going to play as hard as he can. He's going to be as consistent as he can be. He was having a banner year at wide receiver for us, but we had to move him into the backfield a little bit, and now he's out of rotation a little bit, and he'll be back in the rotation Friday. But the biggest thing with him is
well, valuable as he is.
Yeah. You saw when we played Bluefield, and we didn't mean Princeton, and we didn't have him on defense because we were using him more at running back that week. That might have been not the greatest thing to do, but at the time we thought it was. And getting him back on defense has just changed. It's shored up our defense a little bit.
I think Doddridge, 11-0 Doddridge, and playing a road game here, but I think they're more multiple than the Lincoln team was. Obviously, a better team. I think we can, there's 7-game difference in victories.
Yeah,
they're multiple. What can they do that you're concerned about coming into Friday night?
Well, they're kind of like us. They're going formation, death by formations. They're going formation until they find something they like, and you got to be able to adjust to that whatever they find. And they do a really good job. Coach Burnside, he's a solid coach. I mean, he's consistently in the playoffs every year. Doddridge, they do it the right way. They go.
Yeah, I think this is their 9th straight year.
Yeah, they do it the right way. And when I say that is, they're in the weight room, they're at the camps, they're at the combines, they're at the 7-on-7s. They do it the right way, and you can see on the field. You can see it on the field, and boy, we got our hands full because they're aggressive. This is probably the best team I've seen them have at least in the last 6 or 7
4 or
years.
5 matchups. So
Yeah. They played Lincoln. We played Lincoln. That's the only common denominator. But honestly, this is the best team I've seen Bobby have.
Their quarterback's thrown 26 touchdown passes. Doesn't have. Well, he does have yards. I mean, he's thrown for about 160 yards a game. Is he a guy that you think he can get hot like this guy from Lincoln, A.J. Bart did?
Well, I sure hope not. I sure hope not. It's not good on the old ticker. I would be surprised if he comes out and throws the ball 54 times. I mean, he does want to establish the run game, and I think when you get to this point in the season, you are who you are. If you come out and try to do something that you're not, you're going to lose. And I think they know that. So I think they'll try to be 50-50. They'll try to pass and run. We're trying really hard to be 50-50 as well. And I think the closer you get to 50-50, the harder it is for people to defend you. Like last week, they threw the ball a lot, but they had 1 yard rushing. So, I don't think that'll be the case Friday night.
Silas Nelson, your running back, banged up a little bit again. They're early in the second half. I think it might have happened in the first half. Is he going to be good on Friday night?
Yeah, he's going to be good. I think some of it was just getting used to getting hit. I mean, anybody saying
he hadn't been hit for a month. So.
Yeah, and get used to wearing a brace and getting that confidence back of running with a brace. And he had a partial tear and he got cleared and everything.
Right.
But anybody who's been through that, it takes a little bit of time to get acclimated to playing, and I think he did that last week, and I think fortunately he got 10 carries and Paxton got 10 carries, so that was going to be the game plan anyway. It just happened to work out a different way.
Well, John, I know you got a scrimmage game starting here, and probably would like to get out of here. I appreciate the time.
All right, thanks.
As always. Good luck on Friday night.
Thank you.